Good afternoon, Thursday. We are fired up in the building, and every time I go live, and someone always pops up on the phone, pops up at the door. It's like clockwork. So come on in, come on. We're live. Don't worry about it. We're just live. No, we don't do rehearsals. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, there are never any rehearsals going on here in this building, or by me, or by Lisa. We just do. We just do things. All right. So you going to see your sister? Seeing your sister? Yeah. All right. Go ahead. I'll see you later. Yeah. I'll talk to you later. Cool. Well, welcome back to the live. As real life happens.
And that's what we're talking about, right? Business and life.
We're going to talk about business and life. There's a lot going on. Listen, if you're here watching, thank you. Jump in the comments, questions, comments, concerns, hate mail, hate anything, hateful, anything you want to throw some hate, we'll take it. You want to throw some positivity, we'll take it. We eat it. We keep moving. But listen, welcome to Thursday, February 17th. The year is rolling, Lisa.
I told you it's February 30th.
It's February 30th for all those watching. And it's rolling, talking about business and life. We're also going to talk about FedCon. But some interesting things, obviously, are always going on in my world, especially in the service business, and trying to get to a place where things are more manageable. I don't know if we're ever going to get there, but we're going to keep working our way to that. But we're going to talk a little bit about some things that are going on here. But for FedCon's sake, if you haven't got your tickets yet, why?
Actually, yeah, I would love to know why.
Can you tell us what's stopping you from getting your ticket to FedCon? If you're watching right now, let us know. If you're watching on the replay and you're here with us on the replay, please let us know what's stopping you from getting your ticket to FedCon. I've thought about like COVID stuff that's still out there and about, but the world is really circulating back. Not that this has anything to do with our industry, but as I'm scrolling through things, I'm reading things online. Coachella has lifted all COVID restrictions.
Coachella is far more expensive to go to than FedCon.
Oh God, I can only imagine. Thank God I'm not interested in any of that. But the world is coming back. New York has lifted its restriction on COVID, on masks and showing vaccine cards. I believe that was last week. Indoors. Yeah. So, I think the world is coming back. If we're worried about safety, don't have to worry about that. The hotel is all over it. If you have any questions or concerns about it, let us know. If that's like one of those things that are like, I don't know if I want to do this because of COVID, like it's happening. We're not canceling. We're not doing anything. FedCon is going down no matter what. We've got sponsorships almost completely filled in. We still have, we can still do some interesting things. We have some breakfast stuff and some swag bag stuff. And that's like for the smaller budgets. If you have a $500 budget, we can work with you. So definitely hit us up for that. But as far as attendees, you're good to go. You're good as gold. And if, talking about like sanitizer, we'll have sanitizer. You want to wear a mask? We'll have masks provided. Anything you could think of. We got a lot of open air stuff outdoors on the lawn for the dinners. There's a lot of open air stuff. I mean, this is a high quality top resort. You're not coming to a place that is, in the middle of the desert. It's like, oh boy, where am I going? Go to fedcon.com. Take a look at the hotel. I mean, it's beautiful. We would not be picking any other type of place unless it's beautiful. The first place was the Confidant in Miami. Beautiful place. So there you have some FedCon talk, Lisa.
Great. We'll circle back to that. Let's get back to business talk.
Let's get back to business and life. Things continually happen in the service side of business. If you're in the service side, you're probably going to be with me and be like, I got it, bro. I hear you. We continually deal with collecting money, and we talked about this with Yassine last night. That was a great live with Yassine. There's a lot to be learned, and there's a lot of things that we're going to be implementing here. As we call it, we're going to call it the Maliki Way.
The Maliki. Okay. How does that differ from Maliki Cares?
Well, no, Maliki Cares is our slogan tagline. Okay. But I'm saying internally, the Maliki Way, we want to start getting things on brand. We want to start talking to the customer the same way. We want to start making sure that repairs and things, we want to make sure that everything is happening consistently across the board the same.
Procedure.
Yeah. And I'm going to call it the Malachi way. And I'm going to talk a lot about that tomorrow morning at our big company meeting. But, there's things that are happening. So we have the New York side, we have the New Jersey side. You have Malachi in New Jersey. You have Service Masters in New York. Ultimately, it is really the same company. And one day we'll probably merge it all and it'll all just be Malachi Parts and Service, Malachi Cares, right? But for now, it's separate for different reasons. We won't talk about that and bore you.
Taz said he's wearing his beard, if that's cool, by the way, at FedCon.
Yeah.
It has to get longer, Taz.
Yeah, you got to keep growing that sucker. We're months away. Just mere months away. But
67 days to be exact.
67 days to be exact on February 30th. So listen, it's a struggle every day, for any leader that's running a business, sitting in their office, on the road, wherever you might be, it's a struggle. And leading people and managing people is one of the hardest things about being in business, because it's hard to get people all on the same path, all to see the same vision, all to understand what's at stake. I think it'll be my life's work as I navigate this. But I'm not gonna quit trying. I'm not gonna quit working at it. And that's what we're getting together tomorrow for. But when you look at, and it's funny. So I showed this book the other day. This was given to me by a friend that's also gonna be coming on board here to help us with operations, George. This is like a daily thing. So vitamin B, check it out. It's interesting today because the topic was leaders know when to hit send on your emails, right? And it just so happens I came in here and I talked to Lisa. I said, there's something going on over on the New York side with a warranty call, a manufacturer, and a dealer's involved. And I just typed up this whole email and I hit delete. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even getting involved any further. I'm leaving it the way it is. I'm not going to keep on and start problems, basically. When you and listen, this issue, this is something that I've talked about over and over again. And this is where it really gets tough for a service company. We have to pay our technicians for every hour. There's not a day that's going to go by that a technician is going to get an hour deducted from their check from me, from any service company. Show me a service company, guys that are running these companies like Josh Zolan. Are you deducting time when a manufacturer, or not even a manufacturer in this sense? Like, let's just say for this, well, listen, this is what it is. Like, we went to a call for a fryer under warranty. We could not duplicate the problem. My tech spent 2 hours running through diagnostics, doing everything he could. We have pictures, we have videos, we have written form, we have everything via XOI. We couldn't duplicate it. There's nothing wrong. Manufacturer is going to say, sorry, I can't authorize payment. Bill the customer. So we bill the customer because that's standard procedure. Standard procedure. What happens is that invoice gets the customer goes back to their dealer and says, why am I getting invoiced? Plus my fryer is still not working. We tried to light the pilot. We tried to do this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, listen, pay the invoice, because that's what happened with my service team on the New York side. I went to them. You got to pay this invoice, and then we'll come back. Well, I'm not paying you anything. The unit still doesn't work. But we've already went through diagnostics, and I had to pay my guy all this time. Who's gonna compensate me? Is that fair?
I don't think so.
It's not. I didn't sell that unit. I didn't install that unit. That customer may never even call me again. Why do I have to take the hit? So I jumped in the email today because it was almost a week now at this point, and I don't think anything was responded to from anybody. And I said, listen, unfortunately, we got to get this invoice paid up. Let's just get a credit card. Let's get it paid. It's $300 or whatever it was. Nothing major, but still, I have to account for that. Imagine I just let $300 go every day. 300 turns to 3,000, turns to 30,000, and now I'm in big trouble. I'm sorry, I can't let all these things go all the time, and I'm not going to keep allowing it. And there's going to be some real hard decisions this decade on what service is going to look like for the future and who we choose to do business with,
So Chris Rolling, hello, Chris. He says the struggle to get that consistent process across the board is real and a daily task. especially with some of the older school generation of service techs and the way they want to operate. There is inevitably some fallout with those folks that just don't get it.
Yeah, and there's going to be fallout, and I'm okay with that, by the way. Godspeed. Good luck.
Pruning, you're pruning.
I'm pruning?
No, like
Oh,
you're not a gardener, I guess. When you're gardening, you have to prune your plants so that they grow even bigger.
okay. There you have it. I don't know anything about that, but it makes sense now that you say that. Yes, I get that. Okay, so, but yeah, and that's the thing. So now I have this invoice, and then lo and behold, here's where my email started. This is where I got out my claws to start sending an email, and then I deleted it, and I said, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. The dealer comes back with an email and says, "Oh, Rich, I'm not sure who you think's paying that invoice, but I'm not as the dealer, and the customer's not. We've already reached out to the manufacturer and requested another service company to come and handle the situation now." Basically telling me to take my $300 and shove it. So guess what? Now I know who you are. See, I'm in the New York side with different things, and I'm learning people. Now I know who's on my team and who's not on my team. Now when you call for something in a jam, guess what? I ain't gonna forget.
Nope, I know you won't forget.
I don't forget anything. I'm like an elephant. So remember, service is king, and you only care when you need us sometimes. And you will need us. And I'll have that invoice at the ready.
The $300?
Sure.
Okay.
No, you actually, what I'm doing? I said, you know, Kath, do me a favor. Void the invoice. Throw a credit hold on both of those accounts, and let's just move on. This ain't about the $300. Okay, I'm gonna live without that $300. However, it's like I said, you get to know people. Sometimes it takes you 2 years to know people. Sometimes it takes you 2 minutes. It's taking me 2 minutes to get to know these people. And I hope you're watching. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I have a business to run. These people are counting on me to get paid. I'm over here going through reports every day, making sure we're getting paid. How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself if you don't pay your bills. Oh, I'm not paying, and they're not paying. Okay, cool. I got you. I see you. No problem. It's a little Hudson County in me. Maybe it's the Jersey in me. I can't help it. I am who I am. But listen. There's great partners out here that get it and that have my back. And guess what? I have their back. And we're building on the backs of customers and partners and manufacturers that get it. They don't all get it. Not all these dealers, forget it. A lot of these dealers don't get it. They're living in the past. I had to tell a dealer earlier this summer that was putting words in my mouth. I said, do me a favor, don't call here no more. You're a problem. Every time you call here, there's a problem. It's not us. I don't have to lie I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie. So we run a strong, honest, reputable business. We care about our customer. We care about our employees tremendously. We care about the people that are in our life here as partners, manufacturers, reps. And if people don't want to value that, like, that's fine. But just you don't have to call me either. We don't have to fight. We don't have to, we don't have to be involved. There's other people. Go for it. We're not a good fit. That's fine. And I'm gonna listen. I've learned that over the years. Listen, I'm sure people blacklist me because they think I'm whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna put my head on my pillow at night, every night, and sleep soundly because I know that I do the right thing every day. And my reputation will precede me and will continue to for the next 30 years.
30 years?
Well, I'm only 40. I mean, I figured.
All you giving yourself?
Well, I'm in business. I mean, 70. Listen, I give in this industry, I give myself 10 to 15 years.
Oh, geez.
I'm 40.
Okay.
I'm building a business here. I'm building it for. Listen, if you watch Tony Robbins, and I would love to actually go to one of his things.
You?
I would love to go and see what that's all about.
Okay.
Especially because with FedCon and stuff like that, I would love to see what his events are like. I've heard they're the best of the best.
They're probably very expensive.
Well, I think it's like $10,000 a person.
Oh my.
I think there could be other ones, but I saw other people comment like, I don't have $10,000 for this. I wish I could go.
That's wild.
Yeah, and he's getting 1,000 people there, 2,000 people. I mean, he's getting a lot of people there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's making boatloads of money at these conferences. But I would love to see it, and I'd also love to learn a little bit more from him. But he always, if you look him up, he's talking about you should be building your business, one, to run like a machine, so you could walk away from it for a year and it still runs, and two, for an exit strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing both of those things right now. I'm in the middle of it. Right, it's going to take me every bit of my life to get to that point. You know, for that exit strategy. That's what we're working for. I watched my dad here, and now if we're talking about life now, Lisa,
Yes, we are talking about that.
I watched my dad in this business. This kind of ruined him a little bit. It destroyed him a little bit every day. And he took it home with him, and he took it on vacation with him on the rare occasions when we went away, and he took it into, the holiday weekends, like Memorial Day. Hey, Rich, you coming down to the house, kid? Yeah, I'll be down for a little bit. Everything was about business, 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 business. He couldn't turn it off. He couldn't walk away from it. It invaded every part of his life, and then in turn, my life. And that is why we always had such a tough relationship, because there was never anything. I mean, he would try. He would try every now and then. Hey, you see the Giants this weekend? I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, good. Yeah, they got quarterback should be all right. Hey, listen, tomorrow morning, here's what we got going. Like, he would always try to like incorporate regular stuff, because I think in his head he's like, I got to talk about other stuff with my son, but we never really did, And you look at this, and this business, any business, I understand it takes everything from you. It takes all of you to run a successful business, and the people in your life have to understand that there's a lot of hours that have to be invested. There's going to be weekends that you might not be able to go do things. There's going to be holidays you might miss or cut short. There's going to be vacations you might miss or cut short. These are the things that you're doing when you're trying to build a business. And there's going to be hard decisions. There's going to be long nights, early mornings. But you got to get to that point where we have our first acquisition. September, October, November, December. I mean, I don't even know what happened. I was in Long Island 4 days a week, right up until mid-December. I don't even know what was going on in this building as much as I should have. We weren't really going live like we wanted to. We know we have FedCon coming up. We're trying to do all that stuff, there's just a lot of stuff that goes on. And yeah, so when I look at this and I say to myself, 10, maybe 15 years, 10 years realistically for me would be amazing to be at that point where it's like, okay, exit strategy time. But I want to make sure that this company is in a really good place with really good people, with really good benefits, with really good pay, with really good work-life balance, with really good perks outside of that. I want to make sure it's in a really, really good place. And I would never relinquish this company to another company that's going to destroy that. I would be very thoughtful in what I do. That's number one. And yeah, I mean, this is not a, my father would say, even when I was sitting behind the service desk and doing stuff, in the years that he was still kind of around, like 2013, 2014, 2015, he would see me here till 10 o'clock at night, because I'm trying to get to I can't get to anything during the day, because it's like rich, tech, customer, rich, question. That's people ask me questions. By the time 4 o'clock rolled around, I hardly got anything done. I had to get into my billing. I had to get into answering emails now. So from 4 to 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., Monday through Thursday, usually Friday, I said, see you later. 5 o'clock, I was at wherever I was going with a glass of Johnny Walker in front of me, or a beer, or whatever the hell I was doing. But it's, he's like, Rich, you're going to burn out, son. And you're only 32, you're only 33, whatever it was. You're gonna catch a heart attack by the time you're 40, he used to say to me. And I'm like, I ain't gonna catch a heart attack. I said, I don't hate what I'm doing, I'm okay. But it was stressful, and I know that as I'm 40 now, still I feel like I'm still young in the game. I really do. But it's super, the stress levels and the things, I don't foresee myself being able to endure this for 30 more years. There's got to be something else after this. And I think that self-awareness, if you're a leader, if you're a manager, if you're a business owner, if whatever position, honestly, that you're in, doesn't really matter where you are in life. I think you have to be self-aware of what you love doing, and maybe what some other dreams or goals might be in the future. I have some other dreams and goals in the future. They do revolve around business, but they're just different businesses, and they're different things. What?
Like our car wash cremation service.
That's right. But no, honestly, like car washes for me, like the self-serve ones,
Mhm.
having a 4 to 6 bay car wash somewhere, and starting at those. I mean, there's different things with passive income that I really enjoy, in my mind as putting things together. And I know that this place is going to help me, achieve that. And I say that to employees too. Like this place can help people achieve these things. There might be other dreams and stepping stones. Though I want Lisa and Geraldine, all these people to be with me forever, there might be other plans. And I don't ever want to stop anybody from that.
I'm gonna still try to open a coffee shop.
And you should.
Actually, the
As
other
you
day, I
should.
was saying that I would want to actually open a barbecue shop, like a barbecue place.
Yeah. And listen, if we could help you with equipment, with smokers and different things like that to make sure you get the best price and the best equipment.
Oh, I already know who I'm talking to.
She already knows who she's talking to. All right.
My boy, Chef Nick.
Relationships, ladies and gentlemen. And why not Chef Nick? He's the man. Shout out to my team over at Pacinka Ferry, Chef Nick and Joe and everybody over there. They've always been super supportive of us and fed the Fed group and everybody. So yeah. But man, I mean, listen, this is a tough business. This is a tough industry, and you're fighting for your money every day in different places, in different ways, and it's exhausting. Going back to last week when I was talking about the warranty from a manufacturer that got rejected, and they were saying, "Well, sorry, we're not paying you the 2 hours that it took your tech to put this high limit in and go back and all this stuff," right? I mean, we ended up, they ended up saying, "Listen, we're going to pay you," but I understand. I didn't want to just say, "Listen, it's you either pay me at all or nothing." I want to. We're going to pay you all. I want to. I just want to. I want to be able to have a conversation. Why? That's the big thing for me. Have some respect for to have a conversation. That's it. Like even with the stuff that I saw today with this email. Oh, I don't know who you think's paying, but we ain't. The customer ain't. Like, all right, you're a douchebag. That's fine. I wasn't raised that way. I'm going to give you respect. When customers call me and they have disputes on invoices, like sometimes like the team will handle it, but sometimes it might be one of those things like, hey, let's see what Rich would do. They say WWRD. What would Rich do? And I'll be like, listen, this is a great customer. Okay. They might have a valid reason on this and this. Do me a favor. Get rid of the travel charge. Get rid of the shipping. Let's see if we can work with them. I understand that this is, blah, blah. Let's get this invoice. This is a $2,500 invoice. I could kind of see, I try to see both sides. Maybe we get that $2,500 invoice down to, $2,100. And say, listen, we're going to take care of the freight. We're going to take it. I don't know. I'm just making something up, but we make concessions because we have conversations, because I'm not going to have a chain account or a hospital or any of our customers call me and I'm going to say, that's the price. I got to go though. I'm busy. Or I'm not going to send an email that says, I don't know who you think you're asking for this bill to be, to be changed. Pay it.
We make fun of the restaurants that respond to reviews on Google.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
And I actually make it a point to tell people not to go to those establishments of the restaurant owners that really respond negatively when people have valid reviews.
And it's not one, it's like 7, 8. I'm going through 9, 10. I'm like, there's a lot of these. You should start paying attention to this. My father used to tell me, son, if someone tells you got a tail, he said, if a dozen people telling you got a tail, you better turn around and look, because you probably got a tail.
Yeah.
That's what he would say, something like that to me. It's like, it's not just me, son.
Yeah.
Everyone else is telling you too. So it's like these reviews, it's not just one, it's not Betty or Karen. It's Betty, Karen, Joe, Tim, Mike, Sally. Yeah. It's wild. These reviews are wild out here.
Just to the point
yes.
Of being not aware of how you're responding to people and how you come off when you're writing your emails or responding to bad negative reviews online, social media. Yeah, because like you're saying, you look like a D-bag.
Yeah, and that email just spoke volumes of the character of these people. You could have said, Rich, you know what? Let me give you a ring on this one.
Yeah.
Or Rich, give me a ring on this one. We're not going to solve this in an email. I mean, I just put that out because I wanted to start the dialogue again, but I was happy to jump on a phone call. I'm always happy to jump on a phone call. I put my cell phone at here's my cell. Let's talk this through. There's nothing that can't be figured out. Sorry, we already went and we're gonna have another manufacturer. They're gonna send another service company. So you could take that $300 bill and boop, see ya. Cool.
So Chris Rowling, he says, funny you are on this topic. I've been sent home by my staff because my blood pressure is sky high. Most of us just don't understand how much we care and put on our shoulders. We want everyone to be successful, and we care more about the individual getting compensated, and that's why we worry so much. Chris, I hope you're taking care of your blood pressure.
Man, Chris, isn't that true? And it's funny too, because, when I was upstairs and I was kind of, so they moved, I agreed. We moved my office downstairs to get it out of the main service floor because I had my desk up there and, Geraldine's on the service board doing her thing, service, techs, customers, everyone's up there doing their thing. And I hear things and I'm interjecting 15 times an hour. I'm like, whoa, who's that? What are they saying? What are they saying? Send it to my phone. And Geraldine's like, no, I'm handling it. I have it. I'm like, all right. Because I can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Speaking of, we gotta go to the doctor.
I do have to go to the doctor. I actually have some other things going on here that are really starting to worry me. But anyway,
it's called stress.
It could be stress, but no. Back to Chris, they say, listen, you need to get out of this office and go focus on the big picture stuff. Grow this thing, blah blah blah. We'll reach out to you if we need you. So I have my own little office down here. I mean, I still go upstairs. I'm still sitting up there on other people's desks when they're not. But I have to kind of separate myself from some of it. But every now and then I get brought into these things and I have to jump in and talk about it, and handle it. I was telling this other manufacturer last week, I get a stack of rejections. Do you understand, from the manufacturer's perspective or the rep's perspective and the dealer's perspective, how many rejections of things do you get a day? I mean, I'm guessing 0 because you're not submitting things you're sending bills to customers for equipment and they pay you. And I'm sure that customers don't pay you too. I'm sure you have collections and all that good stuff. But for us, there's a gray area of payment. Like, why do I have to take anything and lose it? Why do I have to lose? If I send the technician to go diagnose something and it's not, why do I got to lose? I still got to pay those guys. This is what I don't understand. This is the thing that I never understood. And they'll say, just bill the customer. Well, here I did. I billed the customer. And look what I got. The dealer said, go screw yourself. The customer said, I don't need you. And the manufacturer didn't even say anything to us, and they dispatched into the service company.
Wow.
How nice. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But see, this is why I'm building an exit strategy, Lisa. Truth be told, this is why I'm building an exit strategy. Because as much as I love what I do here, and I do, I love the industry, I love the business, but there's a lot of things that I just think are, well, listen, these things, some of these things are beyond my control. And I can't change people. I can't change the way they do business. I can't change any of that. I can only change what we do here internally and how we respond and how we do things. And that's what I'm going to focus on over the next 10 to 15 years as we build this thing on the backs of doing right by our customers, by our partners, by our manufacturers that we choose to now do business with, because we have a choice as well. Blowing it up. Funk flex. So, man, it's tough. It's tough. So, my question to you, question of the day here, I guess, is if you're running a business, leading, and you or ownership or whatever, are you working for an exit strategy? Are you working towards an exit strategy? How long? Do you have a timeline? Do you have a strategy in place? My strategy is not airtight. It definitely has. There's changes are going to happen along the way, all dependent on a few things that are going to happen with this last acquisition. But I'll know in the next couple of years where we're headed with the next acquisition, because there's another one coming, and I'm going to be on fire again.
Yep.
Running all over the place to figure it out. And then in 3 years after that, I'm planning on another acquisition. I mean, this is in my head what I would like to do. First I got to pay off this one. So we do that. So So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Fired up on a friggin' Thursday like you would not believe. And that's it. FedCon, ladies and gentlemen. FedCon. Get your tickets. Josh Zolan put a great video out into the community today. He actually gave me chills.
And I'm telling you, the next video I put out for Josh is even better.
Really?
Yeah.
So I got to tell you, man, there's going to be a lot of value. And, I started to think about this too. I put a little post out today in the LinkedIn group area and on my Instagram, and I'll put it out. One of the questions I think for people coming to FedCon that are maybe thinking about it is this. Forget about all the other stuff. Do you want to grow your business? This is for entrepreneurs. This is for managers. This is for technicians. This is for leaders. When I say grow your business, it could mean a lot of your business might just be you. I look at myself as a business. So in some days, like I am a business, as an individual, because I'm selling myself. And you want to be able to sell yourself. If you're a technician, you might say, okay, well, I don't have a business. You do have a business. You're in the business of you. You have to sell yourself every day. I know for me, I would love my technicians to do more social media stuff. By the way, the TikTok challenge with the van for Sylvester and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They Olivia and everyone tagged me. So tomorrow we are going to be getting some videos with the vans.
Oh, there's a lot of vans.
Yeah. So I put a message out to the guy. So Danny, surprisingly, who you would never think, he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." Well, I asked Danny first because he's always got the best van. Some of these guys, I don't know if we want to show that. But this is one of the things we want to work on the Malachi way. Neat, clean, organized vans. We want to be consistent with it, right? We want to. These are all things that are tough, right? They seem simple in theory, and they are, but the execution of it, when these vans roll away and we don't see them for weeks and months on end, things happen.
So Joel Block says, "Amen," and Jarrett Storl says, "My biggest asset is myself. I am my business."
You are your business. And like I said, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a manager, any kind of leadership role, if you're a lead technician, you're a leader, okay? You're in the industry. Consider yourself a leader and consider yourself in business. You need to come and learn at FedCon some of the things that you might be missing or curious about, you're wondering about. We're gonna put you in motion. You're going to walk away with actionable items and strategies that you can implement day one when you get back. Panelists that are going to give you insight into things you could be doing and should be doing. We're going to have inspiring keynotes. We're going to have things that are going to just get your blood flowing. And when you leave there, it's going to be like, oh, I didn't just go to like FedCon. I went to an event that was an experience that I am going to start putting into motion the things I learned right away. So yes, if you want to grow your business and you want to grow you, then you should be at FedCon. Go to fedcon.com. Get your friggin' tickets. If you got questions, ask away. We're here to help. We're here to answer any questions. We want to build this thing up. We want to build a strong community. We care, and we care about you. And we appreciate the support from all of our sponsors. We're going to keep mentioning them, and we'll continue to have them on over the next 67 days.
Speaking of, tomorrow we will have Matt Wheeler.
That's right.
From Caisson.
Matt.
At 2 p.m. Eastern, I think it was.
2 p.m. Eastern, Friday. Matt Wheeler, coming back from the future. Caisson Industries. If you haven't heard of Caisson Industries and you're in the industry, well, I don't know where you've been, but go to Caisson Ind, CaissonInd.com. Go check them out. Obviously, we are utilizing their parts on a daily basis. We have them on our Tex vans, door closers to hinges to you name it, refrigeration components, hardware, lots of stuff. All that stuff. So go check them out. We'll have Matt on tomorrow. And again, we had Yassine from Origo yesterday. Great conversation. Already talked to the team about how we're going to start doing some things about that. And so we're going to continue to do that and promote our sponsors. Go check out AmeriCooler. Go check out Hashizaki. You have to know Hashizaki. Go check Hashizaki out. Go check out Windy City Equipment. Go check out XOI Technologies. Repairs. Go check out Repairs software, up and coming, on the brink of disruption, ladies and gentlemen. KCL, Craven Co. Ghost Repairs coming in. Like I said, we have a budget for everybody. $500 can get you seen and heard and at FedCon. Anyway, appreciate you all. Stay fired up on Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday. The weekend is coming. You made it. Make the rest of this day count. See you mañana.